Now, one of the African countries to look out for at the Qatar 2022 World Cup is 2010 quarter-finalist Ghana. The West African country has now qualified for the global football showpiece 4 times. The Black Stars hope to improve on the Brazil 2014 edition, where they crashed out at their preliminary round. CGTN's Nabil Ahmed Rufai reports from Accra.
Ghana played for the first time at the World Cup in Germany 2006. They were the only African nation to make it to the second round of that competition. During their second showing at the World Cup in 2010, they moved beyond the group stage and reached the quarter-finals. Football analysts say a lot of factors contributed to Ghana's sterling performance.
We had decent enough friendlies going into the 2010 World Cup. I recall we had the opportunity to play Holland, a game that I am sure gave the coaches a very fair idea as to how the team was likely to perform at the World Cup. I thought we also had a group of very committed players at the time, a number of them who had experienced that whole World Cup euphoria in 2006 and were looking to go one step better.
Ghana would have become the first African nation to make it to the semi-finals of the World Cup in 2010 if they had not controversially lost to Uruguay on penalties in the quarters. After that competition, Ghana's performance at the 2014 World Cup left much to be desired. The team was kicked out of the competition at the group stage. As Ghana gets ready for the Qatar 2022, its new coach, Otto Addo, hopes to turn things around.
He's looking at youth and experience from what he said in recent times, and of course players who are in good enough form to be part of the squad. So I'm sure the friendlies that we played in the last few weeks against Brazil and Nicaragua would only give him a very good idea as to who is likely to make his squad for the World Cup.
Ghana is expected to name its final squad for the Qatar World Cup in November. The country is in Group H with familiar goals: Uruguay, South Korea and Portugal.
Yeah, very modest expectations. I'm taking it one game at a time. I don't want to look too far ahead. Once we manage to get something, maybe from our first game, then we'll see what happens.
Ghana hopes to step up preparations ahead of the tournament. Ghana will play its final friendly match with Switzerland in November before moving to Qatar for the World Cup competition. The team will play its first game against Portugal, the second with South Korea, and the third game with Uruguay. Nabil Ahmed Rufai, CGTN, Accra, Ghana.